Hey YouTubers and YouTuberettes, ConorArmCEO back again, and this will be my last video of tonight. So I've decided this will be the last video I'm going to watch, and it's called The Warily Traveler, a Frankenstein story, which was created and directed by Blinky500, which is a YouTube channel that I've been watching for a long time. The first video I ever watched was a horror film based with Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface, and Pinhead. Is that his name? It's been a while since I've heard of that character. He's the main horror guy in Hellraiser. No, Pinface. Yeah. Did I say Pinhead or Pinface at the start? Anyway, if I'm wrong, you can send me a comment. But anyway, this was published earlier today, and this is basically the origin story of Frankenstein. And the Frankenstein monster, of course. This is probably Dr. Frankenstein looking for a Frankenstein monster, because in the storyline, Frankenstein murdered his wife. If I've seen the Robert De Niro version, well, if you all know the Robert De Niro version, so let's sit back and relax and enjoy The Warily Traveler, a Frankenstein story. So let's sit back and relax and see how it goes. Never seen you before. You're new. What the? Okay, I don't think that's a good idea to go in there.
Hello?
Oh, there's somebody back there. Oh, frack.
Those are not yours! Leave this place now or die by my hand.
I mean no harm. I only seek a moment of it.
To you is a wish for me.
You're the son of
Jeez.
man, yes? You are his creation.
I'm a monster!
Son, but not to me. To me, you're a miracle of modern science.
I'm an abomination. Far from me, my friend.
God made man. Man made you. I have searched long and hard to find you.
Whether for sport or profit, many men have quested to find me. They hunt me like a dog, and I've grown weary of it. I am no man's trophy. You are alone, yes?
Yes, and unarmed. I'm no hunter, friend. I'm just a curious traveler.
Then consider yourself lucky. Now go. I have no business with man.
Please, sir, grant me an audience. Be it brief. I should leave at your discretion.
Go! Before I change my mind.
Please, good sir. You must be the least bit curious of modern society.
I left the world of man long ago, and I have not looked back since. You're wasting your time.
Since when?
Since the death my father.
You did Frankenstein.
You know of him too?
Who doesn't? Your story has become legend. Books and plays have been written about you for nearly a century.
Century? What year is this?
1893?
Then I am 101 years.
1893? Jeez, not long until the 19th century.
I cannot believe nearly a century has passed since his death.
He died of pneumonia, yes?
Yes. I hated him so much for making me this thing. For betraying me. For abandoning me. I thought time would have claimed me by now. But a century has now passed, and I feel no different. Why do you seek me?
I heard the stories. I read many books about you and the late doctor. Just wanted to see if the legends were true.
Begrudgingly, they are.
May I ask of your creation?
You may.
What do you know of it?
I am the composition of 8 different men, hastily sewn together.
And who were they?
Criminals and degenerates mostly. My father did not ask too many questions when it came to the selection process. I look at my reflection many times, at this face, and wonder who it belonged to. How many atrocities these hands have committed before they were mine. This body, this amalgamation that I am, is a cesspool of sin and wickedness.
This guy's good.
Judge yourself for the action of others.
Even if those others make up yourself.
You had no say on who those men were. Why should they have a say on who you are?
That's true.
You make a good point. Tell me, what is the world like in this day and age?
It has become quite a spectacle. Do you know what an automobile is?
No.
It is a motorized wagon that runs on fossil fuel.
All by itself.
Yes.
Amazing what modern science can do. Wouldn't you agree?
Indeed. Perhaps you might want to accompany me on my journey back and witness 1%.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
As intrigued as I may be, I must decline. It is too dangerous for me.
A lot has changed since you left, but I assure you, you will be safe.
Things may change, but man's true nature never does. There is always a catch.
There's no catch. Perhaps you never met a good friend. I'm Redfield.
Renfield?
I've given a name.
Then perhaps it's time you take one.
A name is only important if there's someone to call it. I appreciate your candor and your offer, Mr. Renfield, but I have no desire to go anywhere with you.
Dracula Renfield?
Let alone reveal myself to any more humans.
I understand. You're reluctant.
There is a difference between reluctance and experience. Man will always fear what is different from him, and I am the very definition of that.
Maybe you just haven't been...
I think you should head back down your way, Mr. Renfield. It will be dark soon, and the dark is quite unforgiving.
Is there no way I can convince you to join me?
No. Now go, and never seek me out again.
This is so unfortunate. Master wanted to do it.
You are master.
Forgive me, perhaps I withheld a minor detail too.
What are you really doing here? Speak, or I will rip you limb from limb.
My master, he wished to see you to study you.
I sent me!
No! No! He admires you like I do. He knows things he can help you.
What you make me for? A fool? Tell your master I only wish to be left alone. Do you hear?
Please, you are making a mistake.
Do you hear? Then leave this place and tell your master, should he or any of his emissaries dare cross my path, I will not show them the same mercy I have shown you!
Yeesh. Now, Renfield, as in going to Castle Dracula, being possessed by Dracula Renfield. And are they going to into the story like in Van Helsing, Dracula is after Frankenstein, and so is that what they're doing? This is quite good. The makeup is pretty good too. And it must have cost an arm and a leg to find all those middle century clothing.
Master, let me please.
Said O'Connell. Can't pronounce that name. Well, I love classic horror. Still does the classic, the end. Now go home. Well, that was a very interesting video, and I can't wait to see if there's a sequel, you know, if there's any more of them. And the effects, the music, the direction, and basically all of it was fantastic, and the way he portrayed his version of the monster was absolutely fantastic, and the makeup was very, very good. At the start, I was thinking like, okay, where are the scars and all. As soon as I get into another lighting, you get to see the half of the guy's face, which was stitched onto another person. You get to see the white eye, which was very good, and he was all like dark and distant. And then shortly after, when Renfield opened his mouth about Master and he said, oh, you said you were alone, and then he gets incredibly pissed off and then practically nearly kills him. Then at the end he says Master won't be pleased. So in other words, this must be like after he finds out who he is and figures him out and tells the Master, and it could be Count Dracula. So only one way to find out is to see the other one. So we'll stay tuned for more of it. So as I said, for stay tuned, why don't you stay tuned? Well, I wouldn't say stay tuned. You can look at my previous videos that I've uploaded, like for this past hour straight. Well, probably half hour straight of from one reaction video to another, and this was definitely my last video for tonight. So until then, this is ConorArmCEO saying good night and over and out.